All right, let's try this again. Try and get it working. Here it is, all laid out in all its glory, all three boards. So yeah, this is the RAM, the memory. Got bank 1 16K, bank 2 16K. Then this is the main board here, character ROM. And we've got an 8K ROM here and a 16K ROM here, so 24K ROM in total. We can have 3 8Ks. Z80. I think this is a co-processor for the display or something. Anyway, so and there's the keyboard there. I removed the UHF modulator. So I've done some more research, and one thing I've noticed is that perhaps I had the pin 1 and 6 around the wrong way. I had them down this end rather than this end. So one of the issues is if bank 1 has a fault, then it won't boot. So by patching RAM select to ground, that should select this one to boot, I guess. Something like that. So I'm going to give that one a try first and then take it from there. Okay, so that made no difference. So hopefully it's not a RAM issue. Okay, so the first thing I can check that I've read up on, these two capacitors, they manage the power up and the reset signals basically. So if these are out of spec, then basically it won't restart properly. So possible to change them perhaps. The capacitors themselves look okay, but you know, that's looking a bit dodgy there, so I might reflow that solder and replace those two and give it another go. Yeah, and just to confirm, both 10 microfarad, 25 volt. So you can see even the oh no, that's the capacitor there, 126. So I might reflow that solder. Okay, so I have actually done some measurement first. So where's my poker? So these are the two capacitors here. We've got pin 7 here, which is ground, pin 6 here, which is reset, and then pin 4, which is power up. So apparently if you measure between 7 and 6, so ground, it should register, when you power on, it should register 0 volts for a few seconds, and then jump up to 5 volts. And then so that's reset, and then power up between 7 and 4 should basically take twice as long, but then should jump up to 5. So if it takes 2 to 4 seconds for the reset, then it should take 4 to 8 seconds for the power up. I measured both and they were less than a volt, so they didn't move at all. So maybe. So like I said, I'm going to replace these two. Oh, hang on. What can I see under there? Well. Caught in the act. There's some bubbling going on there. I better power off. Yeah. Maybe that's that one. There is some definite bubbling going on under there. There's the fellow there. Just measured it, 6.7 microfarads, so yeah, you can see there's a bit of gunk on the board where it was. Yeah, so maybe this one's affected the same as well. Fingers crossed. It's quite awkward actually, because you've got this ribbon between the. You've got to kind of stick them up vertically, and anyway, let's get that changed. Let's get that cleaned, and then we'll see. Okay, success. It now boots with garbage. Yeah, so replaced those two 10 microfarad capacitors. I put in 50 volt ones because basically they were good size, and the lead spacing fit. 35 volt ones I had were a bit too small, a bit too wide. Anyway, they didn't fit properly. And I did go to change the resistor 129, but I don't. It's measuring at 560 kilo ohms, and I don't have any replacements for that, so I've kind of patched it back in. But something, it's now booting at least. So we're getting there. Yeah, okay, so troubleshooting continues. Okay, I think I might have to replace probably all these electrolytics, because when I look around them, there is a bit of corrosion. I see. So there's that one there. And I look over near the power input. You got the LM358 there. Some corrosion on the legs. Yeah, let me reposition. So yeah, over near the power supply here. Not really liking what I'm seeing. Those legs don't look too good, so you can see a bit of corrosion here, so it could be these capacitors have gone as well. So I'll pull those out. And I'm reading pretty high. I'm reading 7 volts and 13 volts rather than 5 volts and 12 volts. And I'm reading minus 5.5 volts. That's probably okay, but I think the 7 volts and the 12 and the 13.5 volts are, well, out of spec. It's supposed to be 5 volts, isn't it? Although, yeah, processors can take more. But yeah, the plus or minus 12 volts. What was it? Plus or minus 12 volts? It's basically for the RAM. But look over on the RAM board. Again, we've got some kind of corrosion going on here. So I'll swap those ones out as well, I think. And then, yeah, I'm not too happy. I'm still on the Z80 here. I'm still not too happy about that kind of annealing kind of color. This is the composite video out. There's my thing. I'm not too happy with the way they've done that, so I might redo this wire here. You can see they've got the insulation in here because it's hard up against the Z80. But making progress. So I'll start swapping out electrolytics. These ones look okay on the display board and the keyboard. So I'll start swapping out these electrolytics and see how we go, maybe tomorrow. So I've replaced these 3 10 microfarads on the RAM board. I'm just working on these ones near the power input. I've just taken off the 22 microfarad there. You can see there's a bit of grime around there. So yeah, it's another suspect. I have reflowed the solder on that LM358, was it op amp or something, but I might take it out, replace it maybe, or take it out and resolder it, give it a clean. Slowly getting there. Okay, I think that'll do for tonight. I've replaced the 2 capacitors, and I've also desoldered and resoldered the LM358. So I might, yeah, still some tidying up to be done around there. A couple other electrolytics to be done on the board, and then I'll try again.